Hey guys, I'm Jaleesa Raquel and I'm here for another edition of Sheen Talk TV. And today I'm sitting down with the stars of Claws. They're back with season 3 and I'm sitting down with Jenn Lyons and Karruche and Jenn. Make sure you guys are locked in on June the 9th when the show returns. How you folks doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really great and I'm a huge fan of the show.
Good.
And I want to know, really, you guys are on such a record-breaking show. As far as women are all behind the scenes, in front of the cameras, what's been that experience working with a female production team?
It's a mixed.
It's a mixed bag. We
Mixed
do our
bag.
showrunners female, executive producers
Yeah.
female. I mean, we got boys up in there too.
Right.
But it is rare to see as many women and women of color behind the camera and
Yeah.
on crew.
Yeah.
And that is just, it's exciting. It feels
Yeah.
like a world that I want to be a part of and make happen more often, and like, I just dig it.
Yeah, it's a different energy as well, because it's like, you have that female support system, you guys can relate to one another, and I feel like as the seasons have come along, there's been a force or a push for
Female
more
directors.
female directors and more leads within the production team.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And being that this show, the characters are so different. They're stylish, they're layered, they're kind of chaotic in some things, but the women are very different because they're strong not only with what they do with their sexuality, but actually with crime as well. They own whatever they do.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to play such empowering characters?
Fun!
Love it.
I mean, it's so cool to tackle these roles where usually they're led by men.
Right.
Usually it's the like the Breaking Bads where they're involved in crime and sex and drugs and all that. But this, it's like it's all of us.
And we get to be just as complicated as any male anti-hero. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of times, like, you see a Tony Soprano type, and you let him be complicated, but if it's a woman, we're like, but is she good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we get trapped up in this, like, good or bad comparison, but, it's hard to be a saint in the city.
Right. And what's been the best part of playing a character where you get to kind of dabble a little bit with danger?
Fun.
It's just fun. 'Cause, like, in my real life, I am a rule follower. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 10 minutes early.
Oh yeah.
I just I'm just really sort of rigid in my allegiance to the law. And so it's really dope for me to play a character that's like, come get me, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And from the beginning, Karruche, your character kind of came in, proving herself or wanting to belong. And at the end of last season, you were shot. I guess I can't give away too much going into the new season. But what are the main differences that we're going to see occur with your character after this shooting? I noticed a lot of differences already in the first 2 episodes. Like I was
you watched it?
Yes, I've already seen the first 2 episodes, and I noticed that your character, it seems now after I can tell something has occurred since the shooting. Like it's almost like a mental thing almost changed with you. I noticed it.
Well, obviously, I'm not dead.
Yeah, you're not dead.
I'm still alive. I'm wearing an eye patch. I'm figuring out life right now. But literally, I am figuring out life.
Yeah.
Virginia is going through her, what can I say? Her growing phase of like.
Is that a rebirth?
A rebirth of like, what do I want from life? What do I want to do? It's time to like really hone in and like figure things out.
Yeah.
And she's got this new kind of mentality and just she's growing into a woman and growing into herself and accepting her flaws and everything she's been through and allowing that to empower her and to help her grow. And what's cool about that is that me, Karruche, I went through that in my life. So I was able to take from my own experiences of that fight to survive, and bring that through Virginia.
Yeah, and so I see that you already know that you've compared some of your real life experiences to the character. I guess what would be the hardest thing you would say you had to really learn to really capture Virginia? What was the hardest part of you tapping into that character? Because she's, kind of rambunctious, she's funky, but you have a lot of personality as well.
Yeah.
But she's a little bit more.
I think the fun thing is that I'm able to let out my alter ego in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, no filter, no F's given. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I can't cuss. And kind of just like let down my hair and be wild in my real life. I'm not, I can be that girl, but because my life has been so public,
Right.
I've put up these guards of like, I gotta be careful what I say. I gotta be,
Right.
you know, because social media,
They're internet trolls.
it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like you can say one thing and it's completely taken out of context.
Yeah,
So with Virginia, like,
She ain't afraid of getting canceled.
like she's wild. So it's fun being able to play her.
Yeah. And Jen, with your character, we're seeing you in a different element because your daughter's father returns and you're going to be going through what looks like some type of, you know, custody battle. What was it important for you to showcase with that coming into, you know, adding that element into your character?
I think it was important for that character, for Jen, to realize that, like, she can't just do everything on her own. You know what I mean? Like, she depends on her crew, but, you know, her baby daddy got out of jail, and as an African-American man, she's just so afraid of, like, losing her daughter, but she's also very afraid that her daughter will grow up resenting her if she doesn't have the influence of her father in her life,
Right.
you know? And it is true, like, you don't want, I mean, you got a little mixed girl and, like, her whole family's white, and, like, you don't, she gets to be around Des and, you know, people of color and Judy and Virginia, but, like, she does need the influence of the African-American community around her, and how does Jen deal with that dichotomy? How do you allow your child to have something, but also get over your own fear of losing them to it?
Right. And I know that you kind of like advocate for women's rights in a sense. Would the show at all tackle any of those Planned Parenthood? You can see it there.
Right.
So definitely an advocate for women's rights. Will this season at all tap into any of the controversial topics that are going on right now? Definitely dealing with the women's ban on abortion and everything else.
Last season,
Yeah,
Virginia.
We shed light on abortion
and the different sides of the argument.
and the different sides, and it's so weird because like when we filmed that scene, I didn't realize how
Powerful it was going to.
Yeah.
You know, like Virginia took a stand for what she believed in and what she wanted to do with her body.
And her life. And the thing is, I think a lot of times when it's shown on TV, it's like because of rape or because of the mother's
Or
health.
shameful.
Or it's shameful. And this was
Yeah.
actually about her just making a decision
Yeah.
For herself.
for herself.
And Virginia took pride in
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And that's how it should be, you know?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be shamed because of our own choices. And it's so, I don't know, it's really cool that we you know, spoke, or we had that topic in our episode last season.
Right.
And now it's such a big issue.
Exactly.
And it's not,
And pro-choice also includes the choice to have it or to do adoption. You know what I mean? But like, you ain't gonna like.
Pro-choice is
Yes.
not being told what to do,
Right.
period,
Yeah,
regardless of the decision.
Right.
And you know, being that all these things are going on, what is the message that you really hope that some of the women will take away from your characters, not, you know, individually?
I would say for Virginia, embracing who you are, your scars and all.
Yeah.
Not allowing your experiences, whether they be, like, you know, bad experiences, define who you are or define you in your growth. And I think Virginia's progression of growth that you see on screen is really amazing, and it's really relatable for young women who do watch the show, who feel like, oh, I'm kind of in a sense going through that same situation. And that's what's cool. Like, Claus is so wacky and so crazy and so colorful, but at the same time, it's so connected and emotional and grounded and like makes so much sense amongst all this crazy stuff happening. It's like, it's so bizarre, but I think that's what people love about the show. It's like, it's fun, but like you have your heartfelt moments where you're like, damn, I feel that. I'm a girl that had an abortion before.
Yeah.
I
understand what she's going through. You know what I mean? Or maybe there was a girl who had an abortion who felt shameful and saw that and was like, well, actually, you know what? I can feel proud of what I did or my choice that I made.
Right. Okay, guys, so there we are wrapping up Sheen Talk TV here today on the set with Claus. Season 3 debuts on June the 9th.